My name is Bill Stahl. I am the co-founder, CEO, and chief qualitative scientist for ThinkSheet Inc. and the narrator of our JP Morgan AI plus PI case study series, Modeling the Impossible. The series is named after Jamie Dimon's statement in his letter to shareholders on April 4th that complex qualitative factors are impossible to model, like major catalysts, war in Ukraine, pandemic, disruptive technologies, U.S.-China relations, supply chain, and unparalleled inflation. And complete answers under multiple scenarios. To summarize, there is a huge divide between the best thought processes of professionals like Jamie Dimon and the models they use to make their most important decisions. The purpose of this case study is to prove to him that JP Morgan teams can use ThinkSheet to model his and their best thought processes. This video 40.27 is an overview of the benefits to JP Morgan of being the lead strategic partner to adopt ThinkSheet and scale it across the firm. Manuel Veloso, top left, head of AI at JP Morgan, represents artificial intelligence, and Jamie Dimon, professional intelligence. But first, a definition of professional intelligence and its multiple dimensions. Professional intelligence is a new, multidimensional modeling technology for professionals. The three basic dimensions are represented by the ThinkSheet formula: complete answer equals qualitative plus quantitative analysis, abbreviated QL plus QT. Jamie Dimon can't get the complete answer for the most complex JP Morgan decisions without qualitative analysis. The fourth dimension is synthesis as a story. And the fifth is what-if scenario analysis at speed of thought. With ThinkSheet's 5 dimensions, Jamie Dimon can collaborate with colleagues and third parties like shareholders and analysts using ThinkSheet to model the qualitative and quantitative analysis, model qualitative plus quantitative analysis, see the whole story at a glance, iterate through what-if scenarios at speed of thought, and ThinkSheet visualizes the complete answer instantly. On one page's ThinkSheet signature output. No matter how complex. And the benefit is that everyone is on the same page with respect to their best thought process. Manuel Veloso's teams can then combine his PI with AI as a starting point to create exponential AI plus PI value firm-wide. The theme of the first video, 40.24, Modeling the Impossible, is that JP Morgan users can model the impossible. The video has 3 parts: Jamie Dimon's description of the problem, modeling the qualitative, the ThinkSheet qualitative modeling solution, JP Morgan teams can model their complete thought processes, qualitative and quantitative, to gain an AI plus PI first mover and long-term competitive advantage, and a huge payoff for JP Morgan's $6 billion budget for developing new cutting-edge technologies. We welcome the opportunity to justify our estimate that the increased profits will exceed $1 billion. Jamie Dimon defined the problem statement succinctly and comprehensively in his letter. Quote, I've always been critical of people's excessive reliance on models since they don't capture major catalysts such as culture, character, and technological advances. And that complex qualitative factors are impossible to model, including supply chain issues, sanctions, war, and a reversal of QE in the face of unparalleled inflation. However, think sheet models do capture major catalysts, as you see here in this ranking of the catalysts for 7 TMT giants: technology, media, and telecom. The symbols behind the catalysts indicate the degree to which a catalyst has a positive or negative impact on the portfolio ranking. Apple is first with a triple plus, Google tied for fifth with Netflix with a double minus, and Intel last with a triple minus. Now let's compare the cognition, quality, and speed of the model to research reports that list the catalysts in bullet points in single stock reports that are not dynamic. JP Morgan teams can model the same industry-specific language, abbreviated and coded, as the bullet points, like Tim Cook's language for Apple, Metaverse, Apple Car, iPhone 13, and 5G. And Elon Musk for Tesla, 2 million EV sales forecast in 2022, new Panasonic 4860 battery, and 100,000 EV Hertz order. The team bundles the catalysts together as a single catalyst to fit on one page and scores them, and ThinkSheet ranks the catalyst by relative impact on the overall score. And the whole team can what if the catalyst at speed of thought. This is another ranking of the catalysts in the worst case scenario of US-China mutual retaliation using Excel instead of the Bloomberg app. Microsoft is first with a triple plus, and Amazon and Google next with single pluses. Here you see the 3 China risk and codes with a 40% weight, exacerbated by the war in Ukraine. Microsoft is first with none, the lowest risk in the group, then Amazon with supply chain risk, and Google with regulatory risk. And X factors, like Google and Tesla's race to be the first to full self-driving success. All 3 have positive overall scores, but there's a large 31% gap between first, second, and third. Tesla and Apple, however, have all of the risk. China can crush their stock prices anytime it wants, even if it negatively impacts the Chinese economy by, first, restricting their China supply chains, second, access to the China market, and third, subsidizing its EV national champions. The lesson learned from Ukraine is that geopolitical objectives can supersede economic ones, with huge adverse consequences for companies caught in the middle. The TMT team can what if all of their scenarios, risks, weights, and judgments at speed of thought. This is a chart of a model that risk adjusts the JP Morgan PE multiple based on our view of Jamie Dimon's thought process in the shareholder letter. The catalyst is the existential threat from the likes of Walmart, Apple, FinTech, Big Tech, and Schwab, together with the war in Ukraine and China industrial policies. His response is a big tech-like counteroffensive, spending $12 billion on technology, with $6 billion allocated to new disruptive technologies to support 50,000 engineers newly organized into 25 product teams. He is expected to provide evidence to justify his strategy that the tech investment will lead to new disruptive technologies and major competitive advantages against the firms posing existential threats, plus major profit increases in the JP Morgan Investor Conference this coming Monday. ThinkSheet Professional Intelligence can be one of those technologies. The C-suite and provide the JP Morgan C-suite and all the firm's professionals with the ultimate collaboration tool and a gold mine of AI plus PI institutional knowledge in which new associate trainers can see the evolution of Jamie Dimon's, the C-suite, and their departmental leaders' thought processes in their lessons learned over time. The takeaway from